Quick reminder, all of this content is available in podcast form, so if that's easier for you to view or listen that way, check that out on Spotify or wherever you get your pods. And of course, as always, get in on the discussion down below in the comments. And if you like my content, hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Cheers. Thanks for the support. Whew! Absolutely took us to the Vancouver Canucks tonight, baby. Woo! Yeah! The Montreal Canadiens win 6-2 in Montreal. That puts their record to 6-1-2 on the season. Good enough for 14 points in the North Division, and that puts us 1 point behind the Leafs with a game in hand. And we're playing again tomorrow night against the Vancouver Canucks as well. The Leafs again will not be playing, so we're going to bank another game in hand. And you got to think this game tomorrow, it'll be a bit of a different look for both teams, not just the Canucks, but the Habs as well. The Canucks, got to think they'll be going with Thatcher Demko tomorrow night with the back-to-back, and he's looked good for them, or at least he did against the Ottawa Senators. And then for Montreal, you got to think Jake Allen's coming in. Now, the other thing, Victor Mete made his his season debut tonight for the Montreal Canadiens after a trade request out of Montreal. You can check my video out on that, my full thoughts on that, but I'm not so sure this whole situation ties into why he played. Apparently, Claude Julien said he was planning to get him in the lineup anyway because he doesn't want guys getting cold and being out too long. And it made perfect sense to get him into this game tonight because we've got 4 games in 6 nights. So that would be the perfect opportunity for Mete to draw in. And you know what? Bit of a shaky start for him here and there, but we saw glimpses of what he can do offensively tonight. Very fast skater. And I liked how he was pinching in. Maybe not the most opportune times on some of the plays, but he did generate some scoring chances, not only on his pinches, but also on a couple of his shots from the point, getting through, causing some chaos in the slot. So that was good to see from Victor Mete. However, defensively, didn't leave much to be desired tonight, which is a little off for Victor Mete, because usually he's fairly responsible defensively, other than getting shoved around a little bit because he's a bit of a smaller guy. But, it's his first game this season. He hasn't played since the return to play and the playoff series against the Philadelphia Flyers. So those things are going to happen. I'm curious if we'll play him again tomorrow night. Would not be surprised to see Kulak go in, but where we won tonight. And Mete and Romanov seem to be connecting there a bit in the third period. Maybe there's something there as the third pair. However, that's a very young, inexperienced third pair as well. So I kind of wouldn't be surprised to see Kulak draw back in and maybe Mete get another shot down the line. Now, it was Lehkonen's 300th game tonight, and what a show he put on. Not only does he pick up a shorthanded goal, he gets an assist on a really nice goal from Jeff Petrie as well. And he was buzzing out there tonight, so that was great to see in Lehkonen's 300th game in the NHL and as a Montreal Canadien. As well, Corey Perry picks up his 800th NHL point, and it was on a beautiful play as well, and we'll get into that. So congrats to Corey Perry. Lots of milestones lately here. Captain Shea Weber will play his 1,000th NHL game tomorrow night, and his career has been split between the Nashville Predators and the Montreal Canadiens. I have been a Shea Weber fan forever, since I was a little kid watching him with Team Canada, shooting pucks through the net, and of course in Nashville when he should have won a Norris Trophy. I was absolutely hyped to see him join the Canadiens. I was one of few who loved this trade from the get-go, despite also being a Subban fan. So this is a massive milestone for Shea Weber tomorrow. Cannot wait to watch his 1,000th game. It's a real shame that there isn't fans in the arenas for all these milestones, but I'm sure the Habs will do these guys up well once the fans are in there, and maybe they'll wait to give Shea his silver stick. So a big milestone for Shea Weber tomorrow night, but let's talk about the game tonight. It starts, the first goal off the rush. Great play from that line of Anderson, Suzuki, and Jonathan Drouin. A quick up, and I love seeing Josh Anderson crash to the net, get a few chances, and eventually squeak that puck out into the slot to Nick Suzuki, who finishes off the play, and Drouin picks up an assist there as well. Then we get the shorthanded goal from Artturi Lehkonen. The Canadiens continuing to be very aggressive on the penalty kill. And I liked how Philip Danault was pressuring the puck carrier of the Canucks up the ice there. And as soon as that Canuck forward went for the drop pass to Gaudette, Danault and Lehkonen switched, and Lehkonen charged that puck carrier in Gaudette. Gaudette gives it up, and Lehkonen just cruises in and buries it 5-hole on Braden Holtby there. Love seeing Artturi Lehkonen finish plays because he generates so much and sometimes just can't get the job done. So it was good to see him put that one in the back of the net there, especially in his 300th game. Shortly after that, Gaudette actually makes up for his mistake there in giveaway, which led to Lehkonen's goal, and he pots one, which was actually due to a mistake from Alexander Romanov. He's going to have these rookie mistakes here and there, despite looking very strong out there all over the ice. Young, inexperienced NHLer, it's going to happen. It actually starts with him picking off a stretch pass of Tyler Myers in the neutral zone. But then just kind of a lazy play there, goes east-west in the neutral zone, tries for a pass, and it gets picked off by the Canucks. That leaves Victor Mete alone, facing a 3-on-1, and the goal goes in. Victor Mete was -2 on the night. He was out there for both goals against, but that first one was not his fault whatsoever. Then we get the Jeff Petrie goal here, and it starts with that fourth line, Lehkonen, Evans, and Byron. They're such good forecheckers. The puck goes in, they're first to it, they win the battle, it ends up along the left half wall, and it's Lehkonen who picks it off, gets it to Byron, and a heads-up pass from Byron feeding Petrie off the bench, and Petrie used all that space he had on the ice to walk in and just snipe one far side top cheese on Braden Holtby. Jeff Petrie, and he puts up another goal here later on. He's putting together a Norris quality season. It's not just the offense he's putting up, now sitting at 11 points, our leading point scorer on the Habs, but defensively he's been strong. Transitionally, he's been strong. Just he's doing everything right. And yeah, if he keeps this up through a full 56-game season, he will no doubt be top 3 in Norris talks, and you love to see that. So then in the second period, Gallagher picks one up, and this one's generated from the smarts of Nick Suzuki, taking Alexander Edler out of the play in the neutral zone. It leads to a breakaway for Brendan Gallagher, and Gally really tricked Holtby there, because normally Gallagher's a shoot-first kind of guy, and he can pick the corners with his wrist shot. He's got a really nice, hard, accurate wrist shot, and I'm sure that's what Holtby was expecting there. He trips him out, goes backhand instead, and buries it for the Habs' 4th goal on the night. And this brings us to Corey Perry's 800th career point. And man, he's looking very comfortable with the Montreal Canadiens out there. Love seeing them having fun out there on the ice. And again, Kotkaniemi to Perry. There's that connection again here. It starts with Kotkaniemi on the wall, just a slick pass over the offensive blue line, gets it to Perry, and he walks in with the toe drag, and then just a nice heads-up pass, cross crease over to Petrie, who's got his stick on the ice ready for it, and he finishes it off. Just gets his 800th career point in style there, and an exciting one for sure, that I'm sure he'll remember it. 800th career point as a Montreal Canadien. Love it. And then we get Tyler Toffoli on the power play, and it was good to see the Habs power play get up on the board. So again, another game where the Habs score on the PK, on 5-on-5, and on the power play as well. So Toffoli gets this one after Jeff Petrie absolutely wires one from the point, bit of a broken play. It gets blocked by Tyler Myers, goes right to Shea Weber, and good on Shea Weber just getting that puck with his backhand into the slot, and Tyler Toffoli, he's not going to miss that one. That's Tyler Toffoli's 7th goal on the season now. Whew. Man, what an addition by Marc Bergevin at $4.25 million per season. 4 years. What a steal. Absolute steal. You know the Canucks are regretting that loss big time. So we go into the third 6-1, and it was really good to see the Habs just contain the Vancouver Canucks, shut them down, not allow them to get anything going, not allow them to get up on the board there until late. Jay Beagle scores one. Some, poor defensive coverage there from Victor Mete, kind of chases his man into the corner, leaves the slot open. It is what it is. Those things are going to happen. And Beagle scores it, assisted by Tyler Mott. And I got to say, I like what Tyler Mott's doing for the Vancouver Canucks. He scored a big goal for them there. I think it was the game we actually lost, where he slipped one 5-hole on Carey Price. I just like his feet are always moving. He's always engaged in the play. Just a good bottom 6 forward. So I just had to point out that Mott's been playing good. So good to see him get up on the board for the Canucks there. And Edler picks up an assist as well. Some stats on the night. Habs outshoot the Canucks 40-29. In the face-off dot, Montreal sat at 51%. That might have been one of the only times this season they were above 50%. So that's good to see. 1 for 3 on the power play and 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. We did not allow the Canucks to get that set play into the bumper to Horvat to score. So that's good, of course. And 30-26 hits for the Canucks. And the Habs put up 13 blocks tonight. Just some points updates here. Drouin still sitting at a point per game, 9 points in 9 games. Nick Suzuki as well sitting at a point per game with 9 points in 9 games. And then we have 2 guys above point per game. That's Toffoli with 10 and Petrie with 11 in 9 games, of course. Now, the Vancouver Canucks really struggling defensively, like allowing a lot of odd man rushes, a lot of breakaways. You could say Holtby maybe should have had a couple of these saves, but he's getting left out to dry on most nights. Now, they're going to need Thatcher Demko to come in tomorrow night and put on a hell of a show if they want to pick up any points against the Montreal Canadiens. And their season already is somewhat slipping away early because they're losing matchups against teams, and I'm a little disappointed in how the Vancouver Canucks season is going so far. I'm a fan of them and a fan of quite a few other players. Hopefully they can somehow get this going here, but not until tomorrow night's game is over. I'll see you guys after that one. Let me know what you thought about this game down in the comments. Cheers, guys. Go Habs, go, baby. Woo! And no, Marc Bergevin didn't cut his hair.